The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen." The path ahead lies know that if you return, you will always be welcome. Little one, the path to leave this place is I will guide others to follow after you clear the way. There are others like me who can help. You will always be welcome here in the forest. Once again, Ember could feel eyes watching. Ember approached the forlorn, but felt it was different. They said, "I know what I need to do, what I need to feel. I don't want to be helped." Ember could not help. Not all problems were puzzles to be solved. Do you know where we are? I've been walking forever, lost in the marsh. The two travelers were talking quietly. Yeah, I got so lost in the marsh, you know? Why go anywhere else if it's safe here? Yeah, never having to worry again. The birds scare me though. The guard squawked. "Stand back, don't come any closer." The guard was protecting a path down between the rocks. Nothing down there but sadness and turning forlorn. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. The Forest King showed me the way. You'll see there's no need to keep going. He'll make a bird of you. Go get your feathers. The guard joked. Another squawk, and with a bag licking on, both guards started looking at Ember with a deathly stare. The guard leered. "Yes, come a little closer. Let us see what's in that bag." "We guard the door to the Forest King." "Oh yes, we decide who gets to see the king." "The Forest King? Yes, come this way." A feeling of foreboding overcame Ember. Ember was terrified but tried not to show it. The giant bird spoke softly. "Another little Ember. Speak, little one. Do not fear. The bird is a friend." Ember wanted to feel safe. "Oh, little Ember, birds won't hurt you. Birds will take another under our wing. Stay safe in the nest, you'll never Ember was still afraid. Is it the night that scares you, little one? See, night is gone. Birds will make the world less frightening. It wasn't only the night that frightened Ember. The bird was disappointed. Stay? Hope is false. Hope hurts little ones in the end. The Forest King spoke so gently to Ember. Perhaps they could rest here, for it was hard to know what else to say. Clever little Ember, you will stay. You will not turn forlorn. Search for hope no more. Now take this feather. Feather means Ember is one. Birds keep little ones safe. Birds should never leave the nest. The guards seem pleased. Clever Scruff sticking with us. I can hold that bag for you. Leave him alone, they're one of us now. Yeah, one of us. And we all shares bags and things. The stranger wanted Ember's attention, being careful not to speak too loudly. You should get away from here while you still can. You can't trust the birds. I've heard there's another campfire in them. Well, that's where I'm going if I can find a way down. The stranger wanted Ember's attention. You should get away. You can't trust. I've heard there's. Well, that's where I'm going if I can find a way down. The crossroads gate was locked. It was worth trying, but it didn't fit in the lock. The stranger leaned. But friend, those birds are really just embers, dressed up. The guard squawked. Stand back, don't come any closer. Nothing down. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. Got your first feather ice. Stand watch here. Promise you won't let anyone pass. Ember didn't like deceiving the birds. But what choice did they have? They couldn't rest in that place forever. They had to keep going. This forlorn was not the same as the others. The forlorn whispered softly, I know what I need, but I am not ready. I may never be ready. The future is yours, stranger. But mine is mine. Ember left the forlorn with, the time wasn't right, perhaps would never be. Ember hurried away from the birds. The mist hung close to Ember, hiding them. The Forest King seemed frightened, the birds cruel. Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like them. Ahead there would be others to help, and maybe a way to move on. The traveler seemed distressed. I'm sure it's fine, but it's been a while. It's my fault. The traveler seemed distressed, but it's been a while. It's my fault. Ember uncovered a journal entry. Dusk brings the longest shadows. The lanthorn comforts me. Soft melodies from home. The wild things listen. Yellow eyes in greying trees. The traveler whispered quietly, "No matter where I go, I always, and no matter where I go, always here." It looked like a map, but pieces were missing. The piece formed a new route. Hidden away was a scrap of journal. There are memories here, bound in rock. I hear their voices echo in the ancient stone. I find footprints by the cinders, a makeshift camp. It was the same place as before, but how? In a haze, they said, "You're just like going round and never escaping." An eerie scene, like a moment frozen in time. Ember found a scrap of journal. I heard them coming. The snap of a twig, a flutter of birds. A figure dashing through the undergrowth. Another like me? Hidden inside was the Wanderer's journal. Another face at last. A catcher of fish resting by a pond. We worked together, silk and tar and aching fingers. My boat floats once more, though I almost wish to stay. A section of bridge had somehow been ripped from its foundations. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. Gradually, more of the map was revealed. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. It was like the map had been broken on purpose. The mist revealed a secret place. Was it hidden on purpose? The stranger spoke. You know, part of me... They said some things I shouldn't have, and now I'm lost. And it's too late. The skeleton looked peaceful. Held tightly in its hand was a red feather. The statue spoke, just as it once moved up the instrument you now hold. Another before you took great effort to hide it deep within this riddle. The lanthorn began to glow. inside was a secret diary entry. Pink, orange, red, brown, leaves gently dancing to the ground. Crunch, crackle, lovely sound, fall into a giant mound. There was one last place to reach on the map. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around. Ember felt a great relief to be out of the mist. The way through was ruined. Muffled by the fog, Ember was sure they heard a rumble. Could that have been a tremendous snore? The way through was ruined. Muffled by the fog. Could that have been a tremendous snore? Ember didn't mind getting muddy. The slide was such fun. A sleeping pig. Trotters in the air. They looked happy. They looked happy. The plant looked like it could take a hand off. And it was in Ember's way. The fruit was giving off a sickly sweet smell. The plant, and it was in Ember's way. The plant, and it was in Ember's way. Ember chuckled. The dangerous plant was no match for a hungry piggy. A hideous odor filled the air. And suddenly, the reason was obvious. The skull was disgusting. Perhaps the pig would like it. Ember came upon another campfire lost in the wilderness. It looked long cold, but readied. The ghost said, "Speak, and I will listen." This is the... Here hope was consumed. You must not lose hope. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost along. Find them, and I will guide them. Down steps to your east, travel the path south, watching a pig grow unhappy, a forlorn lost hope. The pig inhaled a giant snort of air. Wait, what's that? Ember shuffled nervous. Other embers fed me treats, but then stopped. You feed me now. The pig chewed, a light grew in its belly. Surprising, a little sparky, but tingly in belly. But what I want is something more fruity. The pig would eat anything. Ember just needed to find more. And with each thing it ate, the light grew even brighter. Fruity, fresh, but tastes a lot like mud. But what I want is something with more crunch. Perhaps if Ember could satisfy the pig, they might be more helpful.